Hello everyone and welcome to our weather update on August 8th, 2026. Okay, so today, like yesterday, we have a cold front trailing across northern regions, while in the south it is drier and much sunnier. Some higher cloud at times, but on the whole, bright if not sunny, and temperatures are rising. So again, look at that. Cold front is trailing through Scotland and parts of Northern Ireland. So rain has been quite heavy and persistent there through today, and it will stay that way through tonight and tomorrow. The rain just edging gradually southwards, slightly. You see also that the rain band is aligned with the wind flow, so there really isn't much to steer it along. So that cold front really straddling northern areas, and by the time it does eventually reach more southern areas by Monday, it won't be any more than a band of clouds and some light showers, as has been the case with many fronts this summer. Some intense storms down here across northern Spain and parts of France there in the south, but those are staying to the south. And next week, higher pressure will build from the Azores High. Here it is. It will start to ridge into Ireland and the UK, and that ridge will send its way eastwards out towards Europe, and around that we will draw up the wind from the south and southwest. So yet another very warm spell, hot spell, heat wave coming up next week. Even, dare I say it, in Scotland, things will warm up and dry up as well. Right, so moving on now to the UKV high res. So you can see that cold front again straddling, trading through northern areas, drier and brighter and warmer in the south. And overnight tonight, that cold front just trickles slightly southwards, hour by hour. So by morning on Sunday, it's over parts of central Scotland, through Glasgow, Edinburgh, that sort of area, down towards Northern Ireland, and just edging into the far north of England. Some showers possible across the southeast of England, but if they occur, very light and patchy, and they'll barely even wet the ground. And some rain just getting into parts of Ireland as well, north of the M7 and M6. Right, so through tomorrow, again, that rain band pretty much rooted where it is, over Northern Ireland, Northern England, and starting to dissipate into just a band of showers. Some quite pokey showers, though, in the mix across Northern Ireland there, possibly also in Scotland on that little line that we see forming as the winds converge. I believe that's how it works. Yeah, so winds are starting to converge over the cold front there, so hence we see a bit of line convection. And that line will gradually push southwards through parts of Northern Ireland, Eastern Ireland, and through Northern England, although it will fade away overnight as it reaches Southern Ireland and the North Midlands of the UK. And by that point, look at that. Monday morning, early hours, nothing more than a band of cloud and some isolated light showers along it. That will again barely wet the ground. Now, through Monday, some cooler air and showers does start to follow there from the north. Showers mainly across Scotland and exposed coasts in the north. In the south, staying dry and sunny. The temperatures will lower a bit. Will lower a bit from Sunday's highs. Also on Sunday, I must mention, in the south of the cold front, very hot and sunny. Monday, dry, bright, if not sunny. Some high clouds starting to just spill in there from northwest. Elsewhere, dry, sunny, and temperatures a bit down from Monday, but still very warm, especially in the south. Now Tuesday starts to see the heat rising again. So warm front starts to move through Scotland and clear northwards. Behind that, well, skies clear, skies brighten, and temperatures rise. So temperatures widely on Tuesday will be into the 30 Celsius. I'll show you that later on. And notice cold front starts to push some showers into parts of the west by Tuesday afternoon, but that cold front will be very slow moving as it struggles against the high pressure, as the fronts have done so often this summer. Notice Wednesday 3 a.m. some quite lively downpours possible through the Malin Sea, Western Isles of Scotland, Northern Ireland, and just onto the west coast of Ireland. Now through Wednesday itself, showers do track eastwards, so hit and miss showers over Ireland, Scotland, Northern England on Wednesday morning. These largely break up through the day, and some more showers though might form in their place across parts of Midlands of Ireland, Northern Ireland there, Western Scotland. South and east of that though, nothing. England and Wales, hot, sunny, baking hot, dry. Now, 6 p.m. Wednesday, actually no, that's perfect. 18Z GMT in IST and BST is about 7 p.m. So it's around that point when the partial solar eclipse will be at its deepest on Wednesday. Looking at coverage ranging from about, on the east coast of England, about 90% coverage, I'd say, and across southwest Ireland, about 97%. The path of totality just passing to our southwest. Of course, for parts of Greenland, the very extreme north of Russia, the Arctic, near the North Pole, down towards Spain, and the very northeastern corner of Portugal, barely getting in there, we'll see a total solar eclipse on Wednesday. But it just misses Ireland and the UK. But still, a very deep partial eclipse is going to occur. Lights will change into it like a pale, cooler light, bit of an eerie light. And if we see, and between the leaves of the trees, you'll see a crescent-shaped sun cast onto the ground in the shadows. Unfortunately, for Ireland, Scotland, Northern England, from this chart, it looks quite cloudy. And it could be quite low-based in a few places. If it's high-based, like, for example, I say Northern England and parts of Western Ireland are quite... These areas have a higher chance of higher base cloud. You'll see hazy sunshine, and therefore viewing still obstructed, but not as badly as it could be if you got some lower cloud cover, some medium to lower cloud cover. So it's really dependent in these areas on cloud basis, but across England and Wales, no problems. Clear blue skies and perfect viewing. Overnight into Thursday, showers move into Scotland, drier elsewhere, staying clear across England and Wales. Thursday itself, more showers form in Northern Ireland heading to Scotland. Elsewhere it's dry. Some lighter showers possibly across parts of the far north of Scotland, and staying hot as well at that point. Though I think as we head towards the weekend, the high pressure will relocate and we'll see something little less hot pushing in from the northwest, but still staying pleasant, dry, and the dry will go on, as we'll see later on with the models. So here's the temperature forecast. So today was warm enough in the sunshine across many areas. Tonight we will see temperatures in some spots quite fresh, other spots such as Central Ireland and many parts of central and southern England hanging on to something a bit more milder and warmer. That will be under some more cloud cover across these regions here, but in the south it's hot anyway, it's warm anyway. That's just the effects of the warm air mass and latent heating. So tomorrow Sunday, as I said, south of the cold front, it will be a very warm, if not hot day. So maximum temperatures across most of Ireland will be about 20 to as high as 25 degrees. Bit of a teaser there for the end of the run. Back to Sunday though. Midlands, southern and eastern England, 28 to 32. Wales again, low 20s, mid 20s. Across parts of Devon, Cornwall, high 20s. Northern England, low to mid 20s Celsius. Cooler in the north, under some rain and in the wake of the cold front though, be cooler. Some fun facts for Scotland means temperatures rising to about 19 or 20 in the east, near Aberdeen. Overnight from Sunday into Monday, it'll be a fresh night across more northern areas, temperatures dropping into single figures across Ireland, Scotland and northern England. However, for England and Wales, staying very mild and warm. Humidity is quite high, and dew points obviously quite high with that in the south, so quite a muggy and sultry night on Sunday night. And these nights won't be going anywhere fast. So here is Monday's temperature. So again, a bit lower than Sunday's. We got something a bit fresher coming in from the north as the high does relocate briefly. Monday night will therefore be fresher as well, away from the south. But Tuesday, temperatures are again on the rise. Most areas of Britain and Ireland will be at or above 20 degrees. Highest temperatures here from Liverpool down towards Birmingham, down towards Gloucester, Bristol area, possibly down into the East Devon. Looking at very high 20s or scraping 30 degrees. But widely across Ireland, England and Wales, values will be well into the 20 Celsius on Tuesday with a lot of sunshine. Now, overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, highest values will be across Ireland and parts of Western Wales, Northwest England, Scotland, and of course across Southern England, due to the fact that we'll have higher amounts of cloud cover, a stronger breeze and a more humid feel. So dew points will be very high across western regions here, and that will make it be quite a muggy feel as we head into Wednesday with such high temperatures there. Okay, so Wednesday itself will be a hot day across many areas. Again, most areas of Ireland and the UK away from the tops of the Scottish Highlands, at or above 20 Celsius, so really very warm day. Most areas in East Cornwall, North Devon, much of England and Wales, away from northwest of Wales, up into Yorkshire and near Newcastle, looking at 30 degrees or above. Ireland, 20 to 25 or higher in the east. Northern England, Scotland, eastern Scotland, low 20s, up to mid 20s in parts. Only cooler area is Western Scotland there. Overnight into Thursday, it will be a very muggy, very warm night. Some areas seeing what we describe as a tropical night with temperatures not falling below 20 Celsius across many areas of the Midlands, south, east of England, up the east coast as well. Even in Ireland, Dublin might see one there. Elsewhere, high teens, very muggy. Dew points will be very warm, especially in the west, and humidities will be high, especially again in the western regions. So a very muggy night there going into Thursday. And Thursday temperatures might be overdone, but the UKV, I think, is possibly a bit overdone. Personally, I expect these values to come down somewhat over the coming few days, given the upper air temperatures won't be as excessive as they can get. I'll show you in a bit anyway. But UKV goes for low to mid and even high 30s. High 30s being shown here across London, home counties, Kent, up towards Norfolk, west East Anglia, and up through Cambridgeshire, up towards south Lincolnshire, Midlands into parts of Somerset and East Devon, central southern England, up towards Yorkshire area, extending towards Hertfordshire sort of area. So low 30s, some areas mid 30s. Ireland 20 to in the southeast, high 20s there. Northern England, Wales, Cornwall, low 20s, mid 20s, high 20s. Northern Ireland, eastern Scotland, looking at low 20s. Only cooler area again will be across Scotland, across the Highlands and north and west. Overnight into actually we can't see that. Right, so here's the GFS 12Z. So GFS once again Saturday, high pressure over us into our south, a bit of a cut off low over Biscay, and that is why we're seeing this big downpours around this region. Low pressure and a trading cold front is stuck on the flow, so the rainfall is like that, and the jet stream is like is like that. So it's just stuck in place. Very little steering to push it through. Eventually, though, it will fizzle away, and we're left with a Monday, a drier day, a bit cooler, as something a bit fresher comes around the high like that, briefly shoving the heat away from the southeast, but that won't last for long. High pressure back by Tuesday and pushing eastwards to open the door again to a very warm, if not hot, wind from the southeast. It'll be hot. I should say it'll be hot across all areas away from Scotland. Thursday, so here's what happens Thursday and Wednesday evening. Cold front on this low pressure starts to slow down as it comes up against this area of high pressure. So we see a band of showers trying to move in, as you'd expect, but really only giving areas in the west and north like Ireland, Scotland, Northern England, a few showers, some heavy downpours at times. Thursday's upper air temperatures. Actually, wait, GFS has upgraded Thursday as well, so we see the plus 20 Celsius ice storm getting as far north as Northern England. So if that comes off, yes, temperatures definitely on Thursday into the high 30 Celsius, especially if we see very little cloud cover. Yes, across again central, southern, eastern England, that is a sunny, baking hot day. Temperatures easily there into the high 30 Celsius on Thursday evening, like the UKV probably shows. Get this thundery low forming on Friday. Somehow with that, again, the showers barely even get into the southeast. And into next weekend, something a bit cooler and fresher comes in around the high pressure, but still very warm and dry. Beyond that, well, we open the door to a more westerly airflow. So showers coming through, again, most of them in the north. In the south is still under the influence of this area of high pressure. So probably staying dry in the south as usual. And then going cooler for most areas, maybe by the Friday after next, we might see a few showers in the south. And then overall quite average beyond that. High pressure to the south, low to the north, dry in the south, more showers in the north. And temperatures around then, nothing much to write home about, but that's a long way off. And this summer has been very changeable, and no, it hasn't been changeable. What am I talking about? It has lacked changeability and just been baking hot. Scotland recently has been quite wet though, and even in July, it has seen a lot of rain, and late June. So here is ECM. ECM again, so low pressure to our north, bringing a deluge for now to Scotland, clearing away. High pressure will build in behind that to bring Monday a dry and pleasant day, but Tuesday and Wednesday again high pressure to the east, starting to really intensify there, and we start seeing the wind shift in from the southeast. Low pressure starting to struggle against the high pressure to our west or in Iceland. A cold front tries to push in, it does so, bringing showers across west and northern areas, some thunderstorms in the east and south, staying hot and dry. By Thursday, upper air temperatures not as hot as they are on the GFS. So the plus 20 Celsius ice storm is over France, so it's not really moving in. So with that, as I temperatures more like mid-30s, not really high 30s on the ECM. And then something a bit less hot comes in around the high pressure, but still very warm. Some showers maybe forming as the pressure aloft does weaken. But overall, nothing much to write home about in terms of rainfall. So here is the UK Met run. So again, UK Met, low pressures to our northeast, trading cold fronts. High pressure just burning behind that before shutting over to the east, and up comes a hot southerly airflow. So here's that low pressure starting to skirt up to our north, avoiding the area of high pressure, going around the high pressure. And let's see, by next Thursday, upper temperatures are very hot. So yeah, maybe not as extreme as the GFS, but still the plus 20 Celsius ice storm, it does get into Kent. So I see how the GFS gets high 30s also day after day, after a few days of, you know, sunshine, hot air in place. Temperatures do build day on day. So yeah, I think with UK Met Run, yeah, high 30s are feasible. The data on the UKV is correlating with, is pulled from the UK Met Run that I'm showing you now. So therefore, right, so next weekend, again, something a bit less hot comes around this area of high pressure, but still very warm in the south. And I think after day of hot weather and sunshine, you know, heat will be stored in the ground and the air, and still not going to be overly cloudy in the south. So temperatures probably still into the high 20s Celsius with that. GEM once again, we see that low moving off over the weekend. A high pressure comes back in its place. Then hot next week and sunny and dry. Some showers and thunderstorms quite likely across western and northern areas next week before high pressure goes to the east. Upper air temperatures, again, very hot, probably up to 18 Celsius there across central southern England aloft. So GEM could probably produce values of about 35 to 37 degrees. Then beyond that, a bit less hot for the weekends. Beyond that, well, sort of high pressure is still basically in charge by the 18th of August. Something slightly more showery across the northeast, but again, that is a long way off, and these areas of low pressure are still far away. Jet stream is actually over us, but very little rainfall getting through away from northern areas. Icon looks like this. So again, we're trying to clear that high pressure away through Monday and Tuesday. Then it sits over parts of Europe, drifting the wind up from the south. Upper air temperatures with the Icon look really quite hot on Thursday. So that means the heat wave has been upgraded for England and Wales. Thundery low on Thursday evening. Really big showers possible over Ireland, Scotland. Some big thunderstorms if that comes off. Somehow, again, it all misses England and Wales, despite England and Wales being under the same thundery trough. I think, again, it's a case of like less lifting, or just the cap holds is too hot. So therefore the cap is stronger. You're further away from the low pressure centre itself. Something like that. And then into the weekend, something a bit showery coming through. Staying warm though. Arpege to round us off. Again, low pressure over Norway. High pressure ridging in behind it through Monday. By Tuesday, it will extend eastwards to bring the wind up from the southeast. Very hot and dry. By next Thursday, 6 a.m, really, really hot. Upper temperatures, the plus 20 Celsius ice storm, again threatening to move in to southern parts of England. So yes, next Thursday, probably the peak of the heat wave. With that rainfall, some really big cold fronts to the west, possibly trying to push in by next Thursday. Their progress will probably take a path like this, up through Ireland and Scotland, and hopefully miss England and Wales. As always, you know, this area of high pressure has really become fond of us this summer, and again, it is coming back to us. It's clingy. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. I'll see you, and bye for now.